Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of the guest room. I am your host, Troy Everett Loxton. Welcome, Raul. How are you today?
Did we change the name already? The guest room?
What?
You said the guest room.
Did I say the guest room? Really? I'm tired. I am
I
so
think.
tired today. Welcome to the guest room. Goodness, welcome to the Monday show. Um, anyway, yeah, how are you? What's going on?
Oh, very good. I'm also like, even though I'm tired, but I'm very energetic because movies this weekend.
I know we saw some awesome. I actually, looking at the list just for everyone to know, today we are going to be going through Kingsman: The Golden Circle. We're going to have a discussion about that, go through what we thought about the movie, talk about, break it apart. Uh, with that being said, we're also going to be doing a couple mini reviews for Battle of the Sexes, the Lego Ninjago movie, Stronger. We're going to also do a couple television recaps for you in our segment, What We're Binging. I'm going to review episodes 2, 3, and 4 of Gravity Falls. And then you saw True Detective, right?
Episode 1 and 2.
What 1 and 2, which is, I'm so excited to get into that, to hear what you thought. After we're done that, we're going to go into a little bit of Han Solo movie news that came out this week. We'll go into the Terminator reboot, the Jumanji trailer that got released, and then we're going to end it off today with some movies that are coming out next month, and we'll preview it, tell you what you should go see in theaters, what movies you should maybe skip, and then we'll tell you what comes out next week. But with that being said, let's jump right into it. Kingsman, The Golden Circle. What did you think of the first Kingsman? Were you a fan?
Oh yeah, the first Kingsman really surprised me. I never imagined after Austin Powers, because I love this Austin Powers trilogy, another take on Bond, like to see another parody on Bond. And that's the thing that I really like about the Kingsman, because also it's very original.
It
Bond
was.
also.
And I think the characters that they built were
Eh,
so interesting, right? Like they were very likable, I found, in the first movie. But
yeah, especially Colin Firth and Taron Egerton relationship. I really
t-
like their both the characters. They're very interesting.
yeah, I agree. And Taron Egerton, was it his first movie, Kingsman? I'm
Think
curious. I'm gonna look it up
so.
here quick because he
Something
definitely is
in
a
English.
standout. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah,
His
because
first
after
movie, I guess his
Kingsman,
first.
he really became really famous.
Yeah, I think Kingsman was his first lead performance from the looks of it, because he
He
was
also
in.
did great in Sing.
Yeah, because he was in. Did you? Well, Eddie the Eagle was another really good one that he did.
Oh yeah, that's true. With Hugh Jackman, that was a good one.
It was really good, yeah, because he did Eddie the Eagle, Sing, Legend, and then the two Kingsman movies, and then a bunch of other kind of no-name movies. But yeah, he was very good in it. Did you watch the first Kingsman before you saw the second one, or did you just go see the second one?
Uh, I saw Kingsman in the theaters 2 years ago, the first one.
Yeah, I think I saw it 3 or 4 times in the theaters when they came out. I think I probably like it more now that I've seen the sequel, to be honest, because um, the sequel for me, if anything, because I saw it was getting a whole bunch of bad reviews and stuff. Well, I guess not bad, but not favorable that they would probably want. But yeah, I thought the first one was just a fantastic movie overall, and Matthew Vaughn is a fantastic director. So,
Hmm.
but what did you think of the second one?
I really like the second one. There's great action. There's great jokes. Spoil it a little, right?
Sorry.
We can spoil the movie a little.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's really anything huge that we can spoil, but I don't think really there is anything I consider really a
For me,
spoiler.
the thing that bothered me the most was Elton John. He
Yes,
overstayed
yeah.
his welcome.
I know it was. Wasn't it near like the like when he kind of comes back? Wasn't it just very awkward? Like you're like, why
Yeah, I
is
think that Elton John went like to record his cameo like the first day of shooting, and then in the last days of shooting, he recorded like that second part where he kissed the ass of one of the puppy's workers.
yeah?
Really out of
No,
place.
I thought it was funny though at the very like the first little bit when you realize that it's actually him performing. I
Mhm.
thought that was pretty hilarious. But yeah, then at the end when he was sitting when the dogs come running out of the diner. Yeah, I thought that was just weird.
I wanted to see Elton John die or maybe go through like the meat grinder. That would have been hilarious.
It was, and like by the way, that meat grinder, especially the very first scene when the new guy has to put
Yeah.
the worker, that was so cool and so well done. But with that being said, Julianne Moore, what did you think of her performance? I thought she killed it as Poppy.
Yeah, she did great, but I wanted more of her.
What?
Like you know so little of her. Needed like
Here's
some more scenes, especially with Exy and Colin Firth, because she only killed the Kingsmen just because they were the Kingsmen. You
yeah.
maybe there should have been like a backstory. Maybe she was an ex-girlfriend of Colin Firth or something. That's why she wanted to destroy them or something.
That would have been cool. But I agree. That was one of my biggest complaints with the movie is all the new characters we got in the movie that I thought were awesome. We didn't see them
Mhm.
barely at all. You know, they focus more on Eggsy's storyline and the like Channing Tatum, Jeff Bridges, the statesman. I really wanted more of them. I wanted to see. And I think that's kind of what they lead into for the ending. Like they want the sequel. I think we'll have.
I had a friend, Joe Davis, that he said that the thing that he bothered him the most from Kingsman is that there was a lot of Channing Tatum in the movie and he was only for like 10 minutes. And
Well,
for me,
and the
even though I like Channing Tatum, Pam, for me,
Channing.
he was fine. He was fine with those 10 minutes because there was a lot of characters who have overshadowed Exy, and Exy is the most important character.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. For me, I'm in love with Channing Tatum, so I just want him to take over the franchise. Get him to.
Channing Tate, yum.
Oh my goodness, yes, Channing Tatum. That's great. I'm gonna use that. um,
I will always remember that joke from This Is the End.
yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah,
It's
Channing
one of
Tatum
my
was great.
favorite comedies of the decade.
What also I found interesting about Channing Tatum is look at who he's worked with the last little bit. You know, Tarantino, the Coen brothers. He's been in with Matthew Vaughn, like the 21 Jump Street movies.
Feeling no
He's just
Miller.
yeah, exactly. Like I'm jealous of the dude because he's been able to be in so many like or work with so many great people. When he started
And
acting and everyone thought he was a joke.
yeah, with the Step Up movie.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
And also, even though I have never seen the Step Up movie, I only saw like a one scene, but I would never forget the parody, a dance movie of the Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
hilarious.
I remember that, and yeah, Channing Tatum's been in bunch, but that's the thing. I think I agree with your statement with saying that he was in just enough. But being a fan, I
Mhm.
feel like I wanted to see him more. But do you think that? I mean, this is the only kind of technical spoiler I'd count in the movie. Do you think that the ending of him walking into the Kingsman that's leading into him going to be with
Yeah,
Eggsy in the sequel?
I have a feeling Exy and Channing Tatum are gonna be partners. He will say, "I'm gonna stay here in the office, and I'm gonna do more missions. I'm gonna be the one behind like the year clock.
Oh,
Be like
I
your
like that.
Alfred."
Yeah, like he'll be like what Halle Berry was
Mhm.
and what Mark Strong is because
Yeah.
Eggsy won't have that anymore. I like that.
Mhm.
I was just thinking too. He got married at the end. So technically he's a prince now, right? So
Yeah.
I wonder if in the third movie he's going to be retired. Channing Tatum takes over, and then like the middle of Kingsman 3, they go and get Eggsy and say, "Hey, this big thing happened. We need you to get out of retirement and come back to fight with the Kingsman." Because do you think, like, I'm curious. I'm
What if it becomes like a trainer for new Kingsman?
Oh, see, that would be awesome too. Oh my god, I just want like 800 of
Because
these
that's
movies.
yeah, because that's like the complete arc. If they only want to do like a trilogy, that's
Yeah.
like a complete arc.
And since they really did focus the Golden Circle on Eggsy's character development, like and his progress as a character, I think that would be awesome. If it did
Mhm.
come full circle and he was the next Harry Hart, you know, if he was the one
Mhm.
that was training, that's cool. But yeah, no, overall, I thought
They explain. I really like how they explain like calling for what was it alive. I remember seeing the first trailer
oh,
months ago. It's a twin.
yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought they were totally going to do an evil twin, and
I
I love how they did it. Like it makes so much sense to me that like they couldn't have done it any better. I think with how they brought him back.
yeah. I really like also that random guy with the arm,
Oh
him
yeah,
from
well,
the first one, and they give you like like a flashback of the first one in the ending. I was like, oh, is that guy?
yeah, that's true because he does. He looks so different from the first movie. When he comes on screen for the first time,
Mhm.
you do. It's like, but then when it clues in, it's awesome. And I thought they did. I thought that was great. What about? This is technically another spoiler. What about Mark Strong and Merlin? What did you think about his arc in the movie?
Oh, it was really good. I was a little sad of what happened at the end
Me
because
too.
because after Colin Firth, like his relationship with Exy was more strong.
I thought his acting and performance in this movie was so good. Like he was great in the first Kingsman, but I thought in this one he became that character that he was building as in the first one. You know, like I thought it was super super cool.
Yeah, so mad because we're technically spoiling it, but Mark Strong kicking ass.
Yeah,
Like they that quickly, like why? Maybe like, they should have maybe like a 5 minute scene of him kicking ass, and maybe like Julianne Moore says "bye, bitch," and like he kills him.
yeah, because it's true. They don't. He has the scene where he's like in the airplane, I think, and isn't that when he's like, "This is my gun, like this one was mine," and we never really even see him use it at all, which was
And him also wearing a suit that also felt really good, talking about story arcs, and then
well, yeah,
all of
because
the sudden,
well, there's the
I
scene.
was so sad.
Well, and it is the scene like in the first one, right, when he comes out in the suit, and then in the second one, it's the exact same scene but in reverse. I noticed that
Mhm.
because I watched the first one before seeing this one, and he's like, "Yeah, I feel good too." I'm like, that was so cool how they homage to the first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought yeah, overall, Kingsman: The Golden Circle. I thought it was a very fun, entertaining, um, good sequel. I wouldn't say it's good or as good as Kingsman, the first one, the Secret
Mhm.
Service, but I would still probably say, Kingsman here, Golden Circle about here, like a 4, 3.5 kind of out of 5.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
yeah, like me also. Sometimes many sequels they always try to do the Empire Strikes Back and they never could. When it just was another chapter. It didn't try that hard,
To me,
and I
Kingsman,
enjoy it.
yeah, exactly. And to me, Kingsman, the Golden Circle reminded me of Guardians 2 for me. They were both
Mhm.
very like they're not as good as the first for me, but they're both super fun installments in both stories.
Yep, that's it. That was my same thought also.
But yeah, okay, so yeah, Kingsman. I would say everyone to go see it in theaters if you're gonna go see it. Because there are some really,
Yeah,
especially the action scenes. There's some really really cool action scenes that the bigger the screen, the cooler it's gonna look.
Yeah, I don't see those crappy Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. So now with Battle of the Sexes, Lego Ninjago movie, and Stronger, I actually haven't seen these yet. So I figured what we can do is get you to try to sell me on seeing them because let's say I only can buy one ticket. Which movie should I see out of those three?
Okay, I will start first with Lego Ninjago.
Okay.
I would not try to sell you this movie because it was so boring.
Was it like
It,
how was the
it
performances
was
like the
so it was so unfunny. The story had no catch. I think it was made for like 3 year olds. I was like this in the theater. I was like, oh my god.
oh,
Especially
it's a
also
shame.
because the theater was full of children. And I
Mhm.
was in that doubly. It's like the double is like $20 and
Yeah.
thank you movie pass. And so, but still there was children crying and running through the theater. I was like, why do you pay $20, especially for a 3 year old?
Yeah, right? That's crazy.
I was like, I will never, if I had a kid, go to the theater until he's like 7.
Yeah, I've taken my sisters, and they're like 3 and 4. I took
Mhm.
my sisters to the theater, and it's true. They're super giddy, super like you gotta be a certain age, I think, really, to appreciate what the theater is and to just sit down and watch the movie.
Yeah, because I remember
That's
I asked
crazy.
my mother, do I behave like that when I was little in the theater? I was like, no, you were very quiet. You were never that active in the theater. When you got out from the theater, it was like you were like jumping around and everything, but
But
not in
during
the
the
theater.
movie, yeah, during the movie, we were paying
Yeah,
attention. But yeah,
yeah,
so
like
that's very unfortunate.
yeah, and because I know that you didn't like Lego Batman, but
Well, no,
Lego
I
Batman
liked
for me was so funny.
Lego Batman was
It didn't let me breathe of how funny it was.
well, and I found Lego
In this
Batman to
movie was
be oh, go ahead.
movie was uh, not even a good joke. There only was one good joke.
Mhm.
When a movie bores me, I fall asleep, and I fell asleep for like 40 minutes. How bored I was.
Oh my goodness.
A
Okay.
reclinable seat, and so I was also trying to avoid all the kids like crying and everything. I was like, I'm gonna go sleep. This movie's not gonna get interesting. Up, and then I was like, nothing got resolved. I saw like the last 5 minutes. I was like, nothing happened. And
See.
also, it's like a cheap Power Rangers.
Oh
It
wow.
looks
Okay.
so much like Power Rangers because
Wow.
the kids are different colors, like the Power Rangers, the blue one, the yellow one, the green one, the red one. Exactly like the Power Rangers. They have their dragons, the different robots.
Mhm.
Have a teacher, like I always
That's
forget
a
the name of the
shame
teacher.
because like I
With
know
the
Lego Batman didn't perform well in box office. I mean, and like I said, I thought Lego Batman was it was a good movie. I think I still gave it like a 65 or a 70%. I think something around there. I just
uh-huh.
thought it was super overrated. I didn't think it was like the best. Like I thought the original Lego movie was like bounds and leaps better than the Batman, Lego Batman. But that's really a shame because I wanted these Lego movies to do well.
Yeah, because this Lego Ninjago movie, I was so happy that I have the movie pass because I would have been mad if I paid money to see it.
Okay, all right. So
It's
so
one of the
Lego.
worst. It's one of the worst animated movies I have seen this year.
Oh, okay. All right. So don't go see the Lego Ninjago movie unless you probably have kids, and maybe just watch
Yeah,
it at home if
only
you're gonna watch it.
only you have kids or like if you're a fan of the show because I learned that it's based on a TV show.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's I don't know how many seasons the show has run, but I know it originally was a TV show, then got Lego, then the movie.
And going with Stronger, that's a hard one also to sell because I didn't knew nothing about the story. I like
Okay.
Jay Gyllenhaal's acting. I like that girl from Orphan Black, even though I haven't seen the show. Nothing about the movie. I didn't know it was based on a real story.
Okay.
The thing that
Well,
bothered me about Stronger, even though it's based on a real story, it went like really weird ways. Like they focus a lot in the language of the family of
Hmm.
Jake Gyllenhaal. Like they always say "fuck" every 2 minutes.
Oh wow.
Even though I don't get bothered with that type of language, but they
Hmm.
were talking like, "Oh my God, fuck our kid is it doesn't have any legs, so fuck me, fuck this, fuck that." You know, all of the family members, especially with that Boston accent, it like really was. Why don't they focus more on Jake Gyllenhaal and the girlfriend? Focus a lot on the family
And now is
and
it
the
like
family.
a drama, or is it more of like a
It's like a
romantic?
drama.
No. Oh,
It's more like a drama. They don't focus a lot also on the romance
okay, but that's what probably
because
you wanted more of.
yeah, I wanted to see more romance because the premise is very interesting because even though we don't say in spoilers, like Jake Gyllenhaal went to the Boston Marathon because he wanted to support his girlfriend. And so that's a very interesting story because he's gonna feel guilty because he was there because of her, and she's gonna feel guilty because of her he was there.
Yeah.
That
See,
was a
I
very
didn't even know it was
there's a
based off of that.
there's a scene I was like, if I would have made that scene, I would have made it more dramatic. Also because I'm a fan of soap operas.
Hmm.
And so there's a scene when the mother, she just recently visiting him. He hasn't been awakened yet, and the girlfriend comes behind her, and she only closes the door. And I was like, that's an effective scene. But before that scene, I was like, it's because your fault, because you broke up so many times with him, because of your maybe like because she cussed a lot. I said because of your stupid ass and like giving that slap.
Hmm.
That would have been so effective because also between the whole movie, you know that they hate each other so much, the
Yeah.
mother and her. And so there were some missing scenes, even though they focus also on the drama of Jake Gyllenhaal with. But for me, I didn't like the movie that much. It was a
What
little
about in his
boring.
performance though? Like, was Jake Gyllenhaal regularly as great as he usually is?
Yeah, he was good, but not like give him an Oscar or a Golden
Nightcrawler.
Globe good. No, 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 no. It's never gonna be like Nightcrawler.
Okay, so you're telling, so Stronger would be better if it was his character in Nightcrawler in the movie instead. We'll just swap them out.
That would that would have been so twisted.
Okay, so that's a shame. So Lego Ninjago movie. Okay, what would you rate Ninjago movie? Sorry, out of 10.
Uh 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10. Okay, and Stronger.
Even though it bored me, but I'm gonna give it a pass. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10
Okay, cool,
because the
cool.
first 40 minutes they were so interesting, and they focus a lot on the family drama instead of focusing on the romance. And now I'm gonna tell you Battle of the Sexes is the one that I enjoyed the most,
Okay,
and I
I
enjoyed
love
like
Steve
equally
Carell.
with Kingsman.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Battle of the Sexes is just, even though I didn't knew nothing about it, is based on a story of the 70s of two tennis players, especially the one portraying Emma Stone, that she always wanted female equality, and not also in tennis, but also in everything.
Of course, yeah.
And so everything starts because Bill Pullman doesn't want to pay her more of her next tournament, and so she starts like her own tournament with a lot of her peers, and I really like the Sarah Silverman character.
Oh, Sarah
Even though
Silverman's in it.
yeah, Sarah Silverman, even though sometimes she's a little weak in a lot of movies, but in here she was so funny and also so like witted, like, oh my god, honey, and she said was always with a cigarette, and and I will never forget because she is promoting I think it was the California Slims, and my great grandmother she always smoked those, and I was like, that gave me a flashback. I was like, that was my favorite, the favorite cigarettes of my great grandmother.
That's
And
funny.
so, and I really like because there's a scene when, oh my god, all my girls are healthy, and these cigarettes are promoting us. You maybe only once, please smoke one of these cigarettes because we're they gave us like $10,000 or $5,000 to this tournament. Please pose with the cigarette for a photo. And so
Oh,
there was a lot of great jokes. Sticker was great. I really like how they focus on how crazy he is because he's addicted to gambling. And I like this is not even a spoiler. It's one of his first scenes. His wife tells him to go to like a meeting but for gamblers. And so he says, I don't even belong here. The gamblers that belong here are the ones that lose. I have always win. You're always gonna feel a rush when you win. And for you guys that lose, I know that you lose your houses or your children or your dogs. You're here because
wow.
you're not lucky. You're unlucky. And let me teach you the way to win. And even though it's not the exact line, but I was like, that's so true.
Yeah,
And
that's really
so
cool.
and I really like so many scenes. I like also the at the end they tell you like the real characters, like the
Hmm.
real photos of what happened. I really like also between the whole movie, like the cinematography goes really 70s. You can notice like some things like dots between the all of the parts of the movie. That was like they're
Wow.
trying to do like a 70s feel.
Yeah.
Uh, and so I really enjoyed it a lot. It was a great movie. I will
Sold.
give it also like Kingsman like 8 out of 10.
Yeah, yeah. I think I gave Kingsman, yeah, four out of five, so an 8 out of 10. But then I guess the next movie I have to see is Battle of the Sexes then, because that sounds actually great.
Yeah, I was like the only one that was laughing so much because there were so a lot of jokes that you like really need to comprehend,
Hmm.
and so I really like it. I didn't expect it to be that good.
That's awesome. Oh, that's really cool. And Steve Carell, was this one of his better performances? Well, and Emma Stone, I guess, but were these like really, really good performances from them?
Yeah, but I something that I noticed. I went to an interview 2 days ago, and we were discussing Battle of the Sexes, and a girl told me Emma Stone, she's if you can see her all of her movies, she's the same character. She does the same things. I was like, that's so true. She always does the same smile. She always moves her eyes almost exactly. There's not a lot of difference between her characters. Like
Oh,
the
like the
only one that I can
nuances she
see,
does.
yeah, the only different one that I can remember is her in ECA.
Oh, yeah, that's a good movie. I love Easy A. That was a
Yeah,
good
ECA
performance
and
too.
Superbad are very two different Emma Stone performances compared to the ones of the last 5 years.
Very, yeah, I would agree. I haven't seen a
And
lot of
so, but
Emma Stone's
even
work, but I loved La La Land. I mean, I think everyone
I
liked
also
La La Land.
I also like La La Land, even though I really like that Emma Stone won, but for me she didn't deserve it because like Emma Stone, she doesn't have a, even though I love her, she doesn't have a great voice.
That's true. I agree. Well, I think in the movie she was fine. I didn't have a complaint like with her performance and singing in that. But who else was she? Like she won, but who else was on the nominations? I'm just looking.
That
Um,
year, oh,
so
this
you had
year,
Meryl Streep, Natalie Portman, Ruth Negga, and Isabel Hooper that year.
yeah, because Meryl Streep, that movie wasn't very good. I saw that one. Rune Nega was in Loving, right?
Yeah,
That one
I
movie
know. You know
I
what's
didn't
funny?
enjoy
Actually,
that one.
I'm just looking. I never saw Elle, Loving, Jackie, or Florence Foster Jenkins last year.
I only saw Florence Foster Jenkins and La La Land in that category. Oh, and Loving.
Yeah, I want to watch them. But yeah, so let's see.
Yeah,
I
go
actually,
see it. It's a really good movie about the sexes.
okay, no, that's awesome. I'm excited. I'll go see that then. Let's see. So yeah,
Maybe talking
Kingsman.
about Oscars, if it gets like an attention, I maybe not best actor or best actress,
Okay.
maybe screenplay
Oh,
because
that's a
this
good one. I can
I
see
like
that.
the screen. I really like the story. It keep me really engaged. It keep me interested. Okay, we're done the first half hour,
All right, perfect.
and that's one of my many Lady Gaga ringtones. So I'm
Well,
gonna start another 30 minutes. Okay.
beautiful. Actually, talking about Lady Gaga, quick, have you seen her new documentary on Netflix?
I still haven't seen it. I'm gonna
Please go
try to
watch
see
it.
it this week.
Yeah, it was good. I watched a little bit of it, and it was fantastic. But with that being said, why don't we move on to the next segment of what we're binging? I want to start. I just want to go into this. I want to ask you about True Detective. What did you think about the first couple episodes?
Okay, first, I really like the story. It, when I first watching like the first half hour, I was like, "What the hell is wrong with Matthew McConaughey's hair?" And then I noticed they were, "Oh my god, you have both seasons." And I have access to the HBO because of a friend. Thank you, Randall, for your password. And so I was like, I really like the story behind of the murder. That's the thing that interested me the most. I was like, oh, it's a cold murder. And I really like Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. Even though Matthew McConaughey is the most interesting character in seeing my first two episodes, was like, because who is he? Like, and also when one of the cops said it's because we need to see more of what he did, Matthew McConaughey was like, did he kill people? And I already have a lot of questions like, what did he did between those timelines? Because they say like they were together in 1995, broke up, and then in like 2014,
Yeah.
that's the interview between the both of them with those cops. In between those timelines. And so I'm already like asking the question, and also at the end when they say like the person killed exactly like that girl at the beginning, 1995, I was like, oh, so it's like almost like three different timelines. That's the thing they're gonna like going to tell.
Yeah, it's. I don't honestly. I can't remember if they go into a lot of that story because from. I mean, no spoilers, obviously, because I want you to just experience it. But the story definitely, because it's only 8 episodes, so from here on out, the story just progresses, and you get more answers and more answers, and you just everything slowly gets put together. I guess if that makes sense. But I'm so happy that you enjoyed the first couple episodes.
And now I'm more upset because I remember I heard so many things about the script of Kerry Fukunawa for it, and I was
Oh
like,
my goodness, that was like one of the only moments where I like was super upset that a director
mhm.
didn't get a job because if Fuko, well, yeah, if he would have done it, that would have been fantastic.
Yeah,
Like,
because there's a scene of the Fukunawa script that I read of like one of the first time that Pennywise killed children. There's like a very specific scene. I don't know if you know it. Like
I
there's
never
like
read it. No.
I didn't even read the script. I saw like a like an essay of
Oh,
the main parts of the script. And so there's a scene like in the 1700s when a lady enters like a tent and you see Pennywise trying to kill one of his daughters. He tries like to do
oh,
like
like a
a
backstory
contract
a little bit.
like between her and Pennywise. Like says, no, I want you to kill me instead of my daughter. And then Pennywise said,
Oh,
oh, okay, don't worry, and then kills the daughter and also kills her. That was gonna be like the first scene of the movie on Fukunawa script.
oh my goodness. See, why don't we have this movie? I want that. That would have been so cool.
And I was like, ooh, when I heard that, I was like, oh, and I was a little sad, like hearing all those things of Fukunawa script. I was like, that's why they fired him because it was really dark.
Because could you imagine if it did open up that way and they're like, please, and then he takes out both of the mother and the daughter? That would have been so terrifying. Like that would have been creepy.
Yeah, and so that's
But yeah,
time. That's sometimes I'm a little worried because in that whole video, like they explain everything, like how the script went, the process went, how he did a rewrite, how they fired him, and then how they the new script where something Doberman. I forgot the
Hmm.
name. And so even though they give Fukunaga a script credit in the second one, only the Doberman guy is gonna write it. So I was like, I hope he focuses like makes more darker the auto storyline because Fukunaga, a lot of things of Fukunaga stay. Like he, all of the leper scene, the scenes of the sewers, that's from Fukunaga. I don't remember the other scene. The
Hmm.
relationship between the children, that's almost all Fukunaga, like 70%.
Wow. Yeah, that's the one thing. Did you think? What do you think of the directing and like so far the cinematography of True Detective?
It felt like a movie.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that, even though I know that I was watching a show, I was like, this feels like a movie. And that's why they got Matthew McConaughey, because Matthew McConaughey doing a regular TV show, he's not gonna do it.
They probably told Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey, like this is just an 8-hour movie. They probably didn't even
Yeah,
tell him it was going to be a television show.
yeah, that's
But no,
true.
that's good. I'm excited that you enjoyed it. I'm really excited to talk about the ending with you,
Yeah,
because
I need to see the whole thing like to give my rating because for
yeah,
me the show, when I always wanted to see a show, I always do like a lot of factors. Like if the characters don't interest me, the story has to interest me. That's the way that I keep binging. And so for me, only the story has interested me more than the characters. Maybe because I don't know them a lot. And so even though that's why I'm gonna still finish it. And with me with Twin Peaks, I saw the first 3 episodes. Not even the characters, not even the story, not even the actors interested me. I was like, nope.
I'm so sad. By the way, I love Twin Peaks.
I know, like a lot of my friends love it, but I was like, even though I was sad also.
I'll be honest though, I'm not watching the new season. I'm not going to watch it.
Oh,
I
I
heard,
heard
I've heard,
very
I've
bad
heard,
things.
I've heard too many bad things, and I love the original series of Twin Peaks, like the first season for sure, and the
Yeah,
movie they did was good. But
I even tweeted today. I was like, I'm so happy that I didn't get into it because I'm not gonna wait decades for answers about that show.
that's the thing with Twin Peaks. It's very open ended. But no, that's awesome. Yeah, True Detective. I actually, you talking about it, I might go watch it again after I finish Gravity Falls because I'm just thinking of the last couple episodes and how crazy they get, and I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
But yeah, I didn't get to watch a lot of Gravity Falls this week. I wanted to finish the first season, but work and stuff got in the way. Oh yes, do it. Here we go. I need to order one of those so bad.
yeah, and also going with my journal.
Talking about that, now I hope that. Well, I just realized something, but I want to know if I want to know what the hell, because I finished, like, I thought I had watched up to 6, but I realized, I looked back, I finished, and the last scene I saw was him with the dolls and with the book with the two.
Yes,
I have I don't even know. I This show has me on the edge of my seat every like for every minute of it, because I'm so curious to see what Gideon now has. I love his character. Who plays Gideon though? The name.
I don't know the actor, but I always like to imitate his voice. I'm gonna destroy you, Stanford Pines.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Because I thought I'm just looking up who actually voiced him because the voice was super familiar.
I always love when he does like the cat. There's an episode like in episode 16 when Stan wants to like try to kick him with a broom, and then Gideon like does this. Oh my god!
I have to say though, the one character that I'm slowly just falling in love with is Seuss. I think he is so awesome.
Yes, so this is my favorite character.
Let's see.
Hello, Doc.
Yeah, Gideon was voiced by oops.
Yeah,
Um,
Gideon was in a lot of episodes of the show. He was only like 5 episodes throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't see
character.
little
Yeah,
Gideon.
because he was only little Gideon.
It's some no name guy. He's been in like
Yeah,
Adventure Time and stuff. Well, he's a writer of Adventure Time.
yeah.
But
When
yeah,
I saw that episode with Gideon, I remember I would never forget when you see like his source of his power in the necklace. I was like,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
interesting.
I that's the thing. Like I don't really have any predictions yet because I really don't know what's gonna happen. Like I think I'm curious if Gideon now, since he has that second book now, I wonder if he did the first, like the one that he found. Like I have so many questions, just like how you do with True Detective. I have like I'm just super curious to know what's going on, and I love that uh, Stan, Grunkle Stan, like the whole how he didn't want them, to talk to
Mhm.
Gideon, and yeah. Oh no, overall, I love the show, and if you haven't watched Gravity Falls yet, anyone watching, you should watch it because I had no idea what it was. I started it, and you'll fall in love. I swear, it's so good.
Yeah, like for me, when I saw that episode, I first thought that little Gideon was like an adult. I didn't think he was a
Yeah,
child
me too. Me too. I thought so too.
because the way you have Stan hates him so much, I was like, maybe Gideon is like a 20-year-old or 30-year-old that looks so young because he's a midget. I thought he was a midget, little person. I was like,
Yeah.
and so when they revealed maybe when he was interested with maybe I was like, oh, he's a child.
Oh, and that being said, when we were talking about Twin Peaks, I did realize that there's the club or something in that episode that reminds
Yes,
me so much of the lodge in Twin Peaks. I don't know if they did the
I
club.
know that reference. Even though I haven't seen the show Twin Peaks, but I know the reference because there's like a behind the scenes of Gravity Falls, and Atlas Hirsch explains all of the things that he based on Twin Peaks in Gravity Falls.
Oh my goodness, I have to watch that. Is it spoil the season though?
Yeah, yeah, you have to watch that behind the scenes until you finish it.
Okay, okay, cool.
The
So
the
I'll do
whole
that then.
series. Yeah, because even though they filmed that behind the scenes like before season 2 part 1, but still like because he goes really deep and there's some clues that I think I have noticed that you haven't seen them yet. And so that's why I don't want you
Is
to
this?
know.
Wait a minute. Like, should I be paying attention to like in the background of stuff too? Oh no, now I'm gonna have to watch the first episodes again.
Like for an instance, I'm not gonna tell you the exact clue, but in
Okay.
episode 2, I think, or 3, when the all of the wax figures,
Yeah, yeah.
if you really pay attention on how Stan loves his figure so much, that's a big clue for season 2.
Oh, I thought that episode was really good too. With the
And,
wax
and
figures.
also, and also in season 4, sorry, in episode 4, now you see that Gideon has the other journal.
Yeah.
And he has a big mystery because he's also another clue. He's also part of the overall storyline. Because I'm gonna give you to do this, but I don't want you to investigate. It's not a
Okay.
spoiler.
I won't say anything. I won't
Every
look anything
time,
up.
every time that you see the intro, remember that you see like the Gravity Falls logo, and it really cuts like, to a circle.
Mm-hmm.
That circle is very important. I'm not gonna give you anything else. And Gideon is part of that circle.
Oh, okay. All right, all right. I'm gonna have to watch
That
it.
Yeah, because when I saw the first time I watched the show, I was like, I
I
remember
didn't think anything of it.
like in episode 15, I think, I was like, that's when I noticed the circle. I was like, why they show that circle every time? And it's very important to the season 1 finale because a thing from that circle appears. I was like, oh, and like in episode 9, you're gonna see those 9 episodes in a different way
I love when
in the
shows do
background.
that. So
Yes,
wait, so it does like a Saw 2 and 3?
almost.
Okay, cool. I'll take that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, because there's a lot of hints, and I was so mad not without even spoiling like the reveal in episode 31. And I was like, why I didn't notice? And then I went when I saw the whole show again, I was like, a lot of clues.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have
In
to keep an
season
eye.
one, I was like, why I didn't saw this? Going back to episode 4, when because I'm a big fan of Pretty Little Liars. I love when they do those endings at the end in Pretty Little Liars because you always see A doing stuff. And so seeing Gideon with those dolls, that remind me so much of Pretty Little Liars season 5 when you see A playing with the dolls of the girls and like trying to plan to kill them. And then when he says, "Oh, I'm gonna have a revenge of you, Pines," and then when he had the second journal, I was
Yeah,
like, he killed the author. That was like the first time I saw, I was like, he killed him. I was like, done. And that's why he was so mad with the color because maybe the color was part of the author.
mm.
That was one of my theories.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I want to know just. I want to know if he like if he wrote those books or if like another. Here's another prediction. I was thinking when I saw it for the first time. What if Gideon and like who knows? Obviously, this will probably be wrong, but maybe Gideon was like he found that book too, right? Maybe he's in the same boot, or they like just like how they found the first one that's in the head. Maybe Gideon found it. I don't know. I'm just speaking gibberish at this point because, like I said, I'm just so excited to see it.
Yeah, and they don't even reveal that much. It's not even a spoiler. Like you already answered one of your questions. Like Gideon found the second one. They
Okay,
don't
so he
even
didn't write
mention
it
it.
then.
No, he didn't write.
Hmm. Okay.
There's an author. Season 2.1. The big answer is who's the author.
Okay. I have to watch them then. I'm so intrigued. But yeah,
And
no.
so and yeah, because episode 1 was the pilot, episode 2 was the wax figures.
Yeah.
What was
The
episode
third one.
3?
Oh. I just brought it up because I wanted to remind myself. Headhunters was the third one. Um,
Oh, that was the wax
yeah,
figures.
yeah, and the second one was the Gobblewonker,
So it
which was awesome. I loved that episode because I thought it was super cool that the monster was real at the end. I loved that. That how he just
that's true.
flew.
The Magake thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I remember.
Because
I really like that ending also. Like it was like
because
real
what
one.
it
I was
does
like,
is it makes you think. It made what I love about the second episode. So the first one introduces you to the Mabel and Dipper. Sorry,
different.
right? Yeah. So it introduces the second episode. What it does is it makes you at the end of that episode. It makes you question everything in the show by having them do the whole because it was I think. Was it a newspaper or it was something that they needed to get a monster photo for? It was a
Yeah,
competition of some sort.
contest.
And
They were in mine.
yeah, and what I loved is that having the monster be fake, and then very very end, one of the last things you see in the episode is seeing the real monster. All it's doing is it's playing with your mind, saying we're going to show you things in this show, but don't believe everything because there's always there's always could be a second answer to it, which I just thought was so cool.
Oh, I'm gonna give you another hint.
Oh, okay.
In the lake, there's a big clue for season 2.
I'm just gonna have to watch it. I'm so excited though. But yeah, no.
Yeah, because I remember rewatching the show. I was like, "Oh my god, why did I?" That's the thing I love of the creator, Alex Hirsch. There was like a little nuggets between every episode. I was like, "Oh my god!" That's why for me the show is so perfect.
Yeah, Alex. I want to watch a lot of his other stuff. After I watch Gravity Falls, I'll look in to see like what else has he made. Has he done anything
Before
really else?
no, only like a short film because he's very young. I think he's like 26, 27.
32.
Oh, okay. He looks very young. When I
He
met
does
him in
look very young.
when I met him in person, I was like, "Oh my god, I want to work for you." Even though I met him for 1 minute, I didn't even get to say my pitch for a sequel to Gravity Falls.
He's actually writing and this is actually really exciting.
Yeah, the Pikachu movie.
That is awesome. That makes me so excited for the Pikachu movie now.
Yeah, even though I don't like Pokemon, but I'm gonna see it just to support him.
Oh, it's the director of Goosebumps.
But he's gonna write the script. So now you notice in the first 4 episodes of Gravity Falls how much heart it has.
He is if anything, because I love because he plays
Zeus. He plays
yeah, he plays like
Magate.
so many of them.
He plays Stan. He plays the mayor. He plays a lot of characters.
Yeah, Grunkle Scans, Seuss, Old Man McGucket, Bill Cipher, Jeff the Gnome.
The gnome of the first episode.
I love that. But yeah, no, overall, I'm excited to see it. And what I was thinking of doing is instead of reviewing the full season next episode, I'm thinking what I want to do is do a very specific discussion where we break down the entire season. I want to go episode to episode, and we'll do it that way instead of doing it in the next episode segment, because I think we're gonna have like a 3-4 hour conversation on it, because I'm gonna go into every detail, because especially if you're saying for me to look in the background, I'll get quite religious with this, and I'll take lots of notes and stuff.
No, and also I would love to only see you reacting to episode 31 and 32.
Yeah, 31 and 32. I'm gonna live stream. I'll do that. I'll do it all live reactions for it, just to see, because I'm super excited now.
No. Like your jaw is gonna drop, because episode 31 goes so dark, and I was like, oh my god, they're gonna dare to do this. I remember watching that episode. I was like, I cannot believe I'm watching a Disney show.
Wow.
If Walt Disney was alive, Walt Disney would say to Alex Hirsch, don't worry, dude, go more dark. Include blood, gore, whatever you want. Because Walt Disney likes to do things very dark.
Yeah. It's true.
And I heard from Twitter and Reddit, like Alex Hirsch got censored throughout the whole show a lot. That's why also he finished on 40 episodes, because he was tired of being censored.
I want to see him do like something with Adult Swim, or like
well, that's the Rick and Morty connection.
Oh, does he do Rick and Morty?
No, he's not at all in Rick and Morty, but he's best friends with the creator of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland.
Oh, that's cool.
And so there's a lot of things in the backgrounds in a lot of Rick and Morty episodes of Gravity, things from Gravity Falls there.
No way. Actually, that's so cool.
There's a huge subreddit theory that connects Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty in the same timeline, but I cannot tell you because it involves the reveal in episode 31 and 32.
Okay, so we'll have to go in depth later on it then, because that's so awesome.
Yeah. But that is so, oh my god.
But yeah, no, with that being said, I think I'm excited to do a Gravity Falls discussion, and I think we'll have to do it with True Detective too, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, and also I would love to do in future episodes for me ranting about Pretty Little Liars, or how much I love it and hate it for like half an hour.
I think what would be cool is what we'll do first. We'll start with Gravity Falls here, and we'll watch that. We'll do our breakdown video for it, and then why don't we'll do one on Pretty Little Liars down the road, because I would love to see it. I have no idea what that show's about. I don't know anything.
I don't want you to watch it.
Don't watch it?
Yeah, I can tell you everything about Pretty Little Liars in 15 minutes, and then you can hear me bitch about the show for 20 more.
We'll do a special video where all it is us telling people not to see the show.
Yes.
The creators will hate us. But yeah, why don't we move on to
that creator, that bitch deserves it. She destroyed my life because of that show.
Well, before this gets any more angry, or we start losing people, why don't we move on to the next segment? This is a segment called Dear Hollywood. This is where we're just going to talk about some movie news, discuss kind of some of our theories. Maybe we have a pitch for what we want to do for any ideas on it. But let's start with this news that came out on Wednesday about Han Solo. So it looks like they're probably most likely going to do the Kessel Run. Which
I'm gonna do this bit. I just think of it in the bus. It's from Family Guy. Didn't I tell you? I was right. I think a long time ago. Hey, what did I say? What happened when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
It is. Like I said, I'm gonna put it on the. We're gonna do it on record right now. I'm gonna write it down just so we don't forget. I will give you $100. I'll make a bet with you right now that the movie, if we see Han Solo and it's almost exactly like the movie you pitched last episode, I will give you $100. If it's not, I will still give you $100. So I'll give you $100 for Han Solo.
Oh,
but no, could you imagine it?
If I lose, I'm gonna buy you not the expensive one because there's a special edition of the journal. There's only a 10,000 limited edition, like a whole, like a bigger one with like the real like pages, like they were constructed in the animated show by hand.
Oh my goodness!
Only 10,000 were produced. And so first they got on sale for like $170. Right now it's on $500. They're all signed by the creator.
Okay,
and so if I lose, I'm gonna buy you the cheap one, and I'm gonna buy you like a shirt of Gravity Falls.
Okay, that's, and I will do the same. I'll buy you the. We'll do that. The bet on Han Solo will be Gravity Falls merchandise.
Because that's $100 is a lot of money. It's a lot of commitment. So if I win, you're gonna buy me Rogue One.
Deal.
And the Last Jedi.
Actually, I don't even have that yet.
Done.
I don't think I own it. Yeah, no, I will. Deal. Deal. But yeah, honestly, I don't know what to say about this Han Solo thing. Of course, they're going to do the Kessel Run. It's like it's not surprising. It's exactly what we would all thought. You know.
Yeah, like when they said also they're gonna add Darth Vader, I was like, that's desperate. Yeah. That's so desperate. Because Han Solo never before Empire Strikes Back knew about Darth Vader. He knew about him, but he never met him. Yeah,
it sucks because everything I hear about this movie now, because I was super excited for Han Solo. And like even last week, just hearing your pitch of the movie and just like now this news, yeah, I just want something else. I don't know if this is the movie that I want to see, really. I don't even think I want to see a Han Solo movie anymore, to be honest. Let's just keep the character as is. Do we have to really explain anything else?
Yeah, and also, like I said, even though I never wanted it, but when Phil and Lord Miller were on it, I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna get interesting. And when they got fired, I was like, oh my god. And after seeing Rogue One, when I told you my pitch, I was like, it's gonna play out exactly like it's gonna happen.
It is. It's sad. It really is, because I wanted, like, if they would have gotten like a Taika Waititi and did what they did with Thor Ragnarok and just make a weird, let Phil and Chris Lord let them make the movie they wanted. It's just now we're gonna get a paint by numbers Han Solo movie that has the Kessel Run in it. It's sad.
Yeah, it's really sad. And also, when I heard about Ron Howard, I was like, yeah, it's gonna play like this. And like for Ron Howard, like to try to like clean that mess.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. He released on Twitter today, I think it was, that Emilia Clarke just finished filming, so she's wrapped now on the show or on the movie. But yeah, man, I don't know with this movie anymore. I'm not telling people not to go see this movie opening weekend because it's a Star Wars movie, and obviously it's going to be good. I think even if they play it safe, the worst Star Wars movie is still going to be better than like Transformers and like, you know, a lot of those things. I hope. Like that's where I'm thinking if they do play it safe, at least we're going to get just a fine movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it anymore. I'm not excited.
Yeah, even though it saddens me because I love Star Wars so much.
Yeah.
But Rogue One destroyed my heart.
Wait, I'm gonna go grab something quick.
Yeah.
See, I love Star Wars too.
If I was in my house in Texas, I would show you all of my toys.
I have so many toys.
Oh, I have toys. I have Funko Pops. I have like a popcorn tins, like cups. I have a lot of Star Wars things.
There, Finn can sit and watch us.
I have a Star Wars show right now.
Yeah, man, I love Star Wars. I'm that guy that went on Force Awakens Friday or whatever last week or last whatever.
Friday.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just the guy that buys the stuff. I don't know all the terms, but yeah, I'm excited for it. I want to see the trailer for Han Solo. That's what I think is going to determine if I really want to see it or not.
And you didn't buy a pork.
Oh my god! I'm never going to buy one now. I can't. I can't hurt my reputation. I didn't know what they were for the longest time, and now that I know what they are, I can't go buy one.
No, I'm hungry.
No. Yeah. Okay, so this is a new thing I want to do at the end of these segments here. Out of 10, give me your excitement or rate the whole thing out of 10. Like 10 being, oh my goodness, I can't wait for the movie, I want to see it, and then 1 being, I don't give a crap at all.
2. Even though I don't give a crap, I'm a little, very little excited.
Intrigue. For me, when you see the title and it says Untitled or Han Solo Movie, a Star Wars story, that's the intrigue for me. So I would give it a 2 or 3 as well. It's just because it's a Star Wars property that I'm excited a little bit, but I'm really not looking forward to it.
I would like to maybe try to go like a really weird title. Han Solo, a smuggler with a heart of gold. A Star Wars story.
I want them to just pretend to do just call it like Princess Leia. Don't even call it Han Solo.
No, or maybe it's gonna go. Even though I haven't seen Blade Runner, you're gonna see Han Solo, the Ron Howard cut. Han Solo, 20 cut.
Yeah, Han Solo, we're sorry. But yeah, okay, that's Star Wars. Like I said, it's gonna be what it is. But this next news, I'm very curious to see what you think of it. What about the Terminator It's not really a reboot, I guess. It's number 6, but they got Linda Hamilton coming back. It's gonna be directed by Tim Miller. I think Arnold was in talks to come back too. What do you think of it?
Terminator Genesis, it killed my childhood going like the internet, because Terminator 1, Terminator 3, I know that a lot of people hate Terminator 3, but I really like Terminator 3.
I've never seen it.
That trilogy was my childhood.
I love Terminator 1 too, for sure.
And so even though I like parts of Salvation, but I know it's bad, but Genesis was so bad.
Almost unwatchable.
Oh my, no. I will know. I was on the same level of cringe when I saw the Ghostbusters reboot. Like, will never forget that movie experience. I was like this.
Do you like the Ghostbusters reboot?
No, I hated it so much. And the Ghostbusters reboot, I wanted to remember the Final Destination 4 sequence where the theater explodes. In Ghostbusters reboot and the Terminator Genesis, I wanted the theater to explode and to kill me.
That's really funny.
Because I have never leave the theater because I'm very cheap.
Me too.
I don't want, even though the movie is gonna suck. Also, like Fantastic, even though I didn't wish to die in the theater, but I still wanted to completely see the whole thing.
Yeah, I can never. That's a sin to me. Like, how are you going to judge a movie if you haven't seen the whole thing?
Yeah, and so for me, this Terminator, I'm not very trustworthy because James Cameron gave the blessing to Genesis, and that was a piece of crap. And so, even though he's going to produce it, what is the warranty that Tim Miller is going to have a good movie, even though he made Deadpool?
Yeah. I'm just looking up who directed Genesis.
And also, another thing, even though Billy Business from Screen Junkies brought it up in SJU, how are you gonna do the stupid reset again? It's like you
Yeah.
went to see these movies and then you say, no, we're gonna scrap them all. This not exist at all. This didn't happen. It's talking about Terminator. How maybe talking about crazy pitches. Maybe this Terminator is gonna begin like 30 years later, after Terminator 2. We're gonna see John Connor in his 30s, and then we're gonna say, "Oh, Skynet is gonna destroy us now."
I think what they should do with this movie, and if Tim Miller is watching this, which probably not, but Tim Miller, please do what Halloween is doing and make this movie Terminator 3. Make this reboot with Linda Hamilton. Make it like the third in the franchise and forget about the other Terminator movies. Even though they're fun to watch, like I haven't seen the third one. Genesis was for me, it was bad, but like it's not like I would rather watch that than like Transformers, like 3.
Well, that's
for
true.
me. So I wouldn't say it's terrible, but that's what they should do. They should make this new one like what the new Halloween movie is doing. I think that would be awesome. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but
it's another Terminator movie. Like, am I excited for it? Not really. I think it's really cool that they are getting Hamilton back though. Like that's really awesome. That she'll be reprising. Well, she'll be working with it and seeing Tim Miller direct something that is in Deadpool. I think will be awesome to see kind of how he grew and see kind of how he progresses as a director. I think that will be interesting. But yeah, I don't. Again, same like with Star Wars. This is just another property where it's like, all right, I guess we're going to see another one.
yeah, but the thing with Terminator, this reboot, the thing that angers me the most because for me, Genesis killed Terminator completely. I don't know how they're gonna fix.
Well, I read that.
Even though they're gonna scrap the timeline and everything, but for me,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm even though I'm predicting this before even we see the movie. This movie is not gonna have success.
Yeah. I
Not
bet you. Yeah, you're right.
a lot of people. It's already like you're killing a dead horse already. Like this horse is already dead. He's already glue. You cannot beat this horse more. And it saddens me because I really love the Terminator 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah. Well, I'll watch is the third one with Christian Bale or is that Salvation?
Christian Bale is the fourth one.
Okay, so it's
The
Terminator
third
1, 2,
one,
3.
and then Salvation, and then the
Salvation.
Genesis.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen 1, 2, which I love, some of my favorite movies, and then I watched Genesis.
And
So
the third one is the one with Claire Danes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I'll watch it though.
Yeah, and so even though a lot of people hate it because it goes really comedy, but I like those. I like those jokes. There's a lot of good jokes in that one.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I'm curious to see when this new Terminator takes place because if it's after, because I read they're not even gonna they're throwing Genesis completely out. Like that movie never happened, I guess. So
Yeah,
I just read that.
But the interesting thing is like Linda Hamilton is almost in her 60s, in his 80s.
Yeah.
John Connor, because Terminator 2 was in like 91, right? 91, 92. And so it's almost like 25 years later when this movie comes out, almost 30.
Well, the Terminator was 84, and Terminator 2, was 91.
So we're talking about 2017. It's already 26 years, and so this movie is gonna come out in like 2 or 3 years. That's gonna be almost 30. And so, what is the story? Linda Hamilton went crazy for 30 years. Let's say, oh my God, Judgment Day is gonna be tomorrow, and like she's gonna train like crazy. She's gonna be like John Connor. You cannot even go to like the 7-Eleven because the world can crap in any moment. 10 minutes. We don't even know it. I'm already predicting.
I didn't realize that. This movie probably will come out in a couple years, and it will be around 30 years since. Like that's a long time to have another sequel.
Yeah, and so the only thing that I could see.
Wow.
The only thing that I just imagine it, what if Linda Hamilton, maybe they do like a DH or CGI,
Oh,
and she from Terminator 2 goes to the future
love it.
to see John Connor
Genius.
already grown up, but she aged in that future, and we see her living in that future. That's the only way for me to get interested.
That would be awesome. I love that
Because
idea.
to see them already trying to stop Judgment Day, that's very repetitive.
Yeah, I think
Think
that.
about that was the interesting thing about Salvation because you already see why they never stop.
Yeah, that's true. I think that would be really cool. Do you want to see Arnold come back,
Mm,
or is he?
no.
Actually, yeah, I don't even want to see this movie now that we're talking about it.
Yeah, let's go to another subject.
Let's
Like,
just move on. Yeah, sorry, Terminator. This one I'm actually super excited for. I don't know. Did you see the Jumanji trailer?
uh, 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 I want to vomit.
Let's see.
I saw
Yeah.
it.
The
Sorry, I'm not excited at all.
No? Okay, this will be a great conversation though because I am so excited for it. So this will be
Mm,
interesting. So I want. What did you not like about it, or what did you think?
For me, there's a lot of things that I don't like, even though I'm gonna sound like the internet, but it's really ruining the first one.
Hey, man, no, you got your own opinion. You're allowed to say what you want. Movies are subjective.
Because like in this second trailer, there's already ruining a thing of the first one. Remember in the first one when Robin Williams as a kid and uh, that girl that is not Helen Hunt. I always compare that one with Helen Hunt.
Yeah.
And they destroy Jumanji. They put it in a river, and then the final shot is that the Jumanji board is in France.
Bonnie Hunt, by the way, is
Bonnie
the girl.
Hunt. Oh, they have the same last name.
So wait, how did
Bonnie
it
Hunt.
end? I haven't seen the original Jumanji in a long time.
Jumanji one ended. You can hear like the drums, and you can see like a couple in France here talking in French. Said, "What is that?" And you can see the board in the sand.
Oh, okay.
And so
And then
can you see the second trailer? Like some emos in the 80s or 90s have the board. So why when they're gonna explain like the board from Europe magically got into the United States back, and how the hell the board converted into a video game? That's the biggest plot hole of all of this premise of the second one.
yeah, I think the reason I'm excited for it is because I don't technically think this looks like Jumanji. I think this would be awesome if it was like it's if it kept the characters, it kept the story, it kept everything the same, but just changed the game from being called Jumanji to call it I don't know whatever game you wanted it to, and made an original movie based off it. I think well I think it would be like I think it's gonna be an entertaining, fun action adventure movie. But I agree. I can't disagree with you saying that the whole how it got turned into a video game and how the board game ended up in the basement of the school and
And I
that to
also
me
heard that they're gonna connected with Robin Williams' character, and I was like, how are they gonna ruin his storyline? I'm
I don't
already cringing.
yeah maybe they'll do a younger version of Robin Williams
Oh my
and with
god!
CGI.
If Nick Jonas is the Robin Williams
Oh my
character, I'm gonna be
goodness.
pissed.
Oh yeah, that would be terrible. Actually, I don't mind Nick Jonas though. I don't know. I think The Rock will be good. Kevin Hart will be fun. Jack Black looks great. Nick Jonas is cute, so he won't be hard to watch on screen. Um, yeah, I don't know. To me, I just saw the trailer. I'm like, you know what? This will be a fun Christmas movie, and I think that's probably the extent to what it's going to be.
Well, it's good because for me, I already have so much problems with The Rock because Central Intelligence was one of the worst movies I saw last year.
Dude,
Baywatch was horrible.
Baywatch was shit, except for Zac Efron was getting it, but the movie's
Was
shit.
Zac Efron tried so many times to save that piece of crap.
Yeah, Yeah.
Sorry, going to PG-13 language, like compared to the last episode.
Yeah, I know. I realize that too. But yeah, yeah, I don't know.
For me, and I just saw the trailer in the big screen before I saw
Yeah.
Kingsman. I was like, this movie looks like Central Intelligence 2 to the jungle. And then let's say, oh, we cannot name that, so we're gonna put out Jumanji.
I do feel like that's. I bet you this project didn't start off as Jumanji 2. I bet you it was kind of like a 10 Cloverfield Lane situation where they had a pre-existing script and they said, let's turn this into Jumanji.
Yeah, because maybe they're gonna maybe they were gonna lose the rights to the book, to the original book. That's why they put it Jumanji instead.
Yeah, I mean, not thinking about it and like listening to your counters towards the trailer, I really do think the best thing this movie could have done is just rebranded itself as an own original adventure action movie. But again, I would be curious if The Rock and Kevin Hart and if they could sell this property, or if the Jumanji name is going to get at the box office.
Yeah, because
I think a lot of people are really pissed off this movie's coming out.
Yes, because Jumanji, I know that a lot of people don't like it, but for me, it's one of my favorite movies of my childhood.
Oh, I watched it so much as a child.
I like the concept of the game board. I like how they sucked you to that world. And so I always, when I was there, was like, what did Robin Williams experimented in that world? Instead of doing this stupid thing with The Rock, because The Rock for me is so tiring. I'm tired of him.
Well, when he's in every single movie in a year, I understand, because he's in everything.
It would have been talking about they always do reboots or like sequel reboots. It would have been so much interesting to see the Robin Williams character as a kid living in Jumanji. That would have been a much better story. You would not have never touched Robin Williams. You can like typecast another kid.
Make it like the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
That would have been fantastic.
And it was gonna be connected. Like get a kid that almost looks exactly like the kid on Jumanji. And then you can see him living through that pain because with that look, when he sees that evil guy from Richie Rich, the guy that with the shotgun.
Yeah.
You can see his fear in his eyes that he hates him so much, and also he's afraid of him. I was like, I wanted to see that. In that look, you can see the whole backstory.
Yeah.
And so for me, this movie, even though I'm gonna see it, thank you, Movie Pass.
But hey, I'm gonna have to pay for it, so I'm jealous.
Yeah, and so I'm still gonna see it, even though I don't hate The Rock, but I'm tired of him. Kevin Hart was so funny before Central Intelligence, is now he's a punchline. I'm only gonna see it because of Jack Black, because Jack Black was so good in Goosebumps, and I miss him. And just want to see how they're gonna destroy the Jumanji game board going to a Nintendo game. I just want to see what is the thing that the trailers haven't touched yet.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a question for you then. Next year, you can only see one of these movies. What do you go see? You see Star Wars Han Solo movie, you see Terminator 6, or Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle. If you only could see one of those movies, which one would you pick?
Han Solo.
Yeah, that's probably what I would pick too. Yeah.
But yet again, thank you, Movie Pass.
You know what? I'm gonna try super hard. We're gonna get Movie Pass to be our first sponsor of the show.
Look at my precious.
Oh, I'm so jealous. Canada, please get this thing. But yeah, okay. So that's that segment. It was kind of crappy this week, I guess. We didn't. There's no really exciting.
Talking about they're always DC news. There was no DC news this week.
I just realized that. What? Are you sure there was none? Ben Affleck isn't going to be in Batman. How do we look this week?
Yeah, The Rock is going to be Batman now.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'd watch that.
Oh hell no.
Actually, it's funny. On Tuesday this week, I'm going to release a reaction to Zack Snyder's new short film that he made. I haven't seen
Oh,
it
I want
yet,
to see that.
but I had a friend who watched it, and he said that it's pretty great.
I saw a tweet that says Zack Snyder with an iPhone did a mock-up and short film that Marvel with an IMAX camera with the Inhumans.
I saw a picture the other day on I think it was Twitter, and it was a picture of an iPhone, and on the screen was Dunkirk, and he said someone show this to Christopher Nolan. Because I think Christopher Nolan would have a heart attack if someone saw Dunkirk on an iPhone.
Oh yeah, that remembers me that line from The Honest Trader of Gravity, because I haven't seen that movie since I saw it in the theater, because
I will never watch it again.
that's true. That's a movie that you see in the theater. That's not a movie that you see on a computer or on a TV.
I will never watch Gravity ever. I watched it for the first time in IMAX. I loved it. It was one of the best movies I saw that year. I will never watch it again because I know I will never get the same experience. But yeah, with that being said, let's just move on to one of the last segments today. Now, this was going to be fun. This is going to be our October preview. So I want to go through all of the movies coming out soon. We're going to go week by week. I'll read out what movies there are. If you can tell me what movies you're excited for, and we'll kind of just discuss them.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to start off October 6th with a movie. Actually, two of these out of the three major releases I'm really excited for. So you have Blade Runner 2049, The Mountain Between Us, and then My Little Pony, the movie. You can guess which two I'm really excited for.
Oh, I'm excited for Blade Runner, just even though I haven't seen the first one. I'm already see that they're gonna, because even though I wanted to see it, I have a copy of a friend of mine has a copy of the Blade Runner, but I don't know which cut it is. But I heard that on October 4th, 2 days before 2049, they're gonna play the final cut in the theater. So I was like, maybe I will watch it back to back. That would be interesting.
I'm gonna do that. That's a really cool idea. If they release it in theaters, because I think if you've never seen it, which you said, right?
Yeah.
Watch it in the theaters for the first time.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm gonna do, because if I watch it in the computer, I'm gonna be always nitpicking, like trying to pause the movie, and I'm gonna be like, I cannot see the whole thing. So that would be better for me to see it first in the movie theater.
Especially with the first movie, because it's so cinematic, and it's even the score, everything about that movie is so cool. So I think I would see it in theaters. But yeah, no. So you have Blade Runner 2049, which obviously is the sequel to the original Blade Runner, starring Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford. You also have The Mountain Between Us, which is an adaptation coming out, which is Kate Winslet and Idris Elba. I really don't know anything about this movie other than it's a survival film. So it's about two people surviving, I believe.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that one.
I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really interesting to see. I love Idris Elba and Kate Winslet for that fact. So
yeah.
And
I'm not a brony, so.
No, me either. I won't see My Little Pony ever, probably.
I'm a Gravity Falls brony.
yeah, me too. Is there a term for that for Gravity Falls fans?
No, I think it's Faller. I have to look on Reddit. I think I have to look on Reddit, but I remember I saw it once. But you don't go on Reddit because there's a lot of spoilers on Twitter. Don't go anywhere.
I won't. So that same week, now that I'm looking, you'll be able to see this. I won't. But Brawl and Cell Block 99 comes out limited that week. Which, if you don't know what this movie is, I cannot wait for it. But it's pretty much about a boxer who loses his job as a mechanic, and he feels that he has no options, so he starts selling drugs. He's lower. He pretty much, from what I understand, he gets in this gunfight between the police or anything, and then he goes to jail. But the main character is Vince Vaughn, and it's a drama, action movie. With him in jail and stuff, and I think that's going to be really, really cool to see.
I really like that because I remember that my friend Randall told me,
Randall, yeah.
Yeah, you got to see Battle of the Sexes and brass status because you're in LA, and that's when I was like, "Oh my God, that's true!" Now I get to see limited releases, and I remember me bitching about it in Texas for many years.
Man, I bitch about it all the time because I would love to see movies as soon as they're out. That would be so cool. But yeah, I don't know. That week, what are you most excited for then? Probably
I,
Blade Runner then, I would
I'm more
assume.
excited for Blade Runner, and also on October 5th, a friend of mine, Morgan Robinson, he saw a movie that is called Tonight She Comes. It's a horror movie. I haven't even seen a trailer about it. He saw it in
Tonight
a
She
festival last
Comes.
year, and so he told me that it's gonna be a screenings and limited release here in a lot of cities, and there's gonna be one in LA on October 5th, and you only pay like $5. I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a ticket. And so
You
also
said
because he tagged me with the director and he liked the tweet, I was like, now I'm obligated to see it. I had to buy a ticket.
and you said it's called Tonight She Comes?
Yes, it's
Huh.
an indie movie.
Yeah, I'm looking at the IMDb page. It looks super 80s, which I love. It looks like a homage to 80s horror.
Yeah, I saw like a poster. I was like, I don't want to know more,
Yeah, no,
and I
I'm
was
not
like,
gonna read
okay.
it. But yeah, Blade Runner 2049. I think that week steals it for me.
Yeah, even though like I told you last week, I already have my predictions of Blade Runner 2, even though I haven't seen the first one. And I have seen that trailer already like 6 times, and I always remember in my mind why you haven't seen the first one. Like it's almost 2 weeks that you haven't seen it.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I really hope, and I hope Ryan Gosling is fantastic in it, and Denis Villeneuve directing. Can't go any wrong with
Oh
that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
The
so
name,
that's
the name, Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. Yeah. So the fast forward, we got the next week, October 13th. This week actually kind of sucks now that I'm looking at it. You have Happy Death Day, which is that
I want to see that one.
Groundhog's Day with horror villain. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I don't think it's going to
Yeah,
be like incredible though.
that sounds like a fun movie for me. I know
Yeah,
that
I
it's
think
not
it'll be
gonna be a
good.
good.
I realized the 13th of October is Friday the 13th.
And there's only gonna be that Happy Death Day.
Well, that week too, because you got Happy Death Day. You have The Foreigner, which is that Taken movie with Jackie Chan, which looks
Ooh.
so cool. That one I'm really excited for.
I already saw the poster. I have avoided the trailer because I want to see that movie without seeing anything.
Yeah, I'm really. I don't. I saw the first trailer when it came out, and that's what got me hooked on it. But for those that don't know, The Foreigner's like literally just like imagine if Jackie Chan was Liam Neeson's character in Taken, and it's very similar. Like he's going for revenge kind of thing. Like it looks so cool, and especially seeing Jackie
Oh,
Chan in a rated R action movie. That's going to be
mhm.
awesome. But the only other movie that week that
No.
comes out is Marshall, which is
Oh, I
the
want to see that
Chadwick
one.
Boseman movie. Yeah, I didn't actually
That looks
realize it
so
was.
interesting.
So yeah, actually, all three of those movies I'll see.
Yeah,
And the Merowitz stories is coming out on Netflix, which is that Adam Sandler Stiller movie with Emma Thompson and Dustin Hoffman.
the dramatic one.
Yeah. And I think Adam Sandler gives like an incredible performance. I read in it.
Talking about Liam Neeson really quick. I don't know. I saw this trailer. I think yesterday. It's called the Commuter.
The
And
Commuter.
that yeah, Vera Farmiga goes to Liam Neeson in a train and says, "I can
Oh,
this I can decipher like people with only like with my thoughts and everything." And then she says, "Are you gonna send this money and now you have like to find like a guilty guy or something?" I was like, "This sounds really like Gone Girl in like a train." Sounds really interesting.
I don't know what it is, but I'm such a fan of movies that take place on trains. I think they're
Yes.
so awesome. Like I'm super excited for Murder on the Orient Express later this year. This and I saw the trailer for The Commuter for before Kingsman, I believe, is where I saw it,
Mhm.
and I thought it looked so awesome. Like especially with Vera Farmiga because she's such a great actress.
Yes.
But I don't think. Let's see. That has a release date of January, which
Yeah.
scares me. But
Hey, last January was good. We had Split.
oh, that's yeah, true. Yeah. So out of those three movies, what would you see if you had to pick one? The
Happy
Foreigner,
Death Day.
Marshall, or Happy Death Day? Yeah, I got to pick that too.
Yeah,
As
because
much
the
as I
Foreigner, I want to see that one, but I like it because also it's October. I have to see a horror one.
which reminds, I have. Oh, there's another half.
Yeah, another half. Uh,
um, so no, I'm thinking. Well, it's funny. I wrote out a list of all the horror movies I'm seeing in October. I'll release it on my Twitter so that everyone can see kind of what I'm thinking of doing this October, because I'm super excited. But I want to watch a horror movie every day, so I'll probably end up picking Happy Death Day as my movie to go see.
I have never done that. I have noticed that a lot of my friends do that, like to see a horror movie every day in October. Maybe I would this year. I'm gonna do it.
Let's do it. And the movies I picked. Well, like I said, maybe what we could do is we can make it like the Monday show specific one, and we can review it every week if we want to do for October. But we should pick. And what I did is I picked horror movies that I've never seen before to make it even more interesting, because there are so many out there in the 80s, and especially when you go back into the 40s and 50s and even 60s, that there's so many well-made horror movies that I've never seen. So I'm excited
Yeah,
for that. But yeah, Happy Death Day.
yeah. I have like in my list. I want to see Suspiria. A lot of people have recommended that movie.
But I almost say you should see that right before the new one comes out.
Hmm. But
Because
I
I
still
think
want to see it on Halloween.
oh, on last year what I did for Halloween is I actually watched every single Halloween movie. I
I
started at the
haven't seen
first
the
one.
sequels.
Oh
I
my
have
goodness!
only seen. I have only seen one, two, and 20 years later.
Have you? What
And
about
the
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street, I have only seen the first one, the Dream Warriors,
Okay, good.
and New Nightmare.
Okay, so you watched the best ones for for Nightmare on Elm Street. But yeah, the Halloween ones get stupid, but they're fun. I'm
Yeah, like I also saw the first 10 minutes of Resurrection when I was little. I remember when they killed Jamie Lee Curtis. I was like, okay, this is stupid. I took off the VHS. I was like, go back to the blockbuster. Bye. I didn't even saw that Buster Rhymes killed Michael Myers' ass. And I never saw that. I need to know that.
Yeah, Buster Rhymes. I forgot he was in that. But yeah, okay. So that's that week. I'd say Happy Death Day to go see it on the 13th. The week after, the 20th. Oh, I didn't actually. Yeah, I'm super excited for this. So you have Geostorm, which is going to be fun, I think.
Yes.
Geostorm. You have the Snowman, which, oh my god.
Oh
Um,
yes.
Only the Brave. I'm just seeing what this is. Oh, it's a firefighter movie with
I
Josh
have seen
Brolin and
that
Miles.
trailer so many times. It looks so
Yeah.
boring.
It's the guy that did. Who's directing it? I'm curious. Oh, the director of Tron Legacy.
Oh,
So
I like
that might
Tron
be
Legacy.
curious. Yeah, I love Tron Legacy. You should have Only the Brave, Boo 2, a Medea Halloween, and
I haven't even seen the first one.
another movie called Same Kind of Different Is Me. It stars Renee Zellweger.
Ooh.
And then the only other movie that week that's notable is Leatherface.
Oh, the one that you already saw.
Yeah, which I'm gonna do. I'll do a specific review for it when I later on. But Leatherface comes out that week. But out of all of them, I have to see The Snowman for sure.
Yeah, I want to see the Snowman in Geostorm because Geostorm looks like my crappy kind of movie. I want to see.
Yeah. I love destruction movies like Day After
Yes.
Tomorrow and all those.
2012.
Yeah. So I'm excited for Geostorm.
Yes.
And especially Gerard Butler, because I even like the Olympus Has Fallen and London Has Fallen. I think Gerard Butler is a great action star. So
Yeah, and also because I want to support Geostorm because Derbez is like the Eddie Murphy of Mexico, so he's gonna be in that movie. So I was like, I have to support my fellow countrymen.
that's awesome. No, that's cool. I think Geostorm will be. I don't think it's going to be one of those movies where it's like will win Oscars, obviously, but like I think it will be just fun. Could you imagine all the Oscars? Geostorm, Best Actor, Gerard Butler, Best Directing.
Better than Mark Wahlberg in Transformers 5.
Well, to be honest, I'm not an actor, but any movie I act in would be better than Mark Wahlberg in Transformers 5.
I the only way I would watch a Transformers movie again is Tommy Wiseau reacting to a Transformer.
I will only see a Transformers movie in theaters if Michael Bay is in it, if he stars. I just want him to say, screw it, these are my movies. Michael Bay needs to just own it and make like Michael Bay's let's just make Michael Bay into a Transformer. And
I just imagine Michael Bay having sex with a random Victoria's Secret model and then a Transformer is watching. I don't know why I had that in my mind.
yeah, well, that's because it's what it would be. But yeah, no, I'll run this down quick though. The snowman is that looks so cool. For those who aren't really aware, it's I don't want to say really anything about it because I'm super excited, but pretty much think of like if Seven had a baby with it looks super like it's Michael Fassbender and there's a serial killer and he's a snowman maybe and it looks super interesting. And it has an October release, which is awesome because if this movie is super good, I would love to see this get some kind of Oscar.
Yeah, that looks like that kind of thriller movie that maybe is gonna get an Oscar because a lot of trailers they don't go to like the Oscar route.
Well,
they don't get nominated.
And Michael Fassbender, he deserves it. One of these movies he needs to get nominated for.
I was so mad when Ben Affleck didn't win from Gone Girl.
Yeah.
And also that girl from Gone Girl.
Rosamund
They were
Pike.
both great. Yes.
Yes.
Even Tyler Perry deserved a Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor in Gone Girl.
And talking about Tyler Perry, that week he has... Have you ever seen any of the Medea movies?
No.
Me either. So I have no idea what this is. I've heard of it. I've known that Tyler Perry dresses up as a girl and makes movies. But I've never seen them. I don't know if I should watch them.
The only Tyler Perry movie that I have seen is, I think it's called Why Did I Get Married To? It's like a cameo there because I have heard that all of the Tyler Perry movies are connected because of Medea. Medea is like the recurring character in all of the Tyler Perry movies.
So Tyler Perry beat Marvel to the cinematic universe?
Yeah. And so Medea, and there's always a guy, this guy, he's like something of Medea. I think he's like his brother or something. He was in the show on TBS. That show, I only saw random episodes. It's called Meet the Browns. And that's part also of the Tyler Perry cinematic universe. Because Medea also cameos in that show.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Now I'm giving you Tyler Perry fun facts, even though I haven't seen a lot.
Yeah, I don't know really. It's funny. I only knew Tyler Perry from Gone Girl. That's how isolated I've been. But when I saw, I'm like, oh, Tyler Perry, he did Gone Girl. That's what he's known for. So I didn't know that he had all these kind of these movies. I probably won't watch it.
Maybe I will watch the first Boo because I saw the second trailer. It looks funny.
Okay.
But I know that this movie is gonna be a crappy one because I have noticed in some trailers when you show like really good jokes, maybe there's only the good ones.
I find they do that a lot in trailers where they'll show you the best parts.
Mm-hmm.
But that week I'd say the only movies I would probably tell people to go see were Geostorm and The Snowman. I can't probably recommend the other ones. I'm reading here that another movie that's coming out limited that week is Killing Gunther, which is that Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That looks so fun.
Yeah, it looks so awesome. So that's another one that I would probably watch. But I think it's probably on VOD or something now. So we probably could watch it.
Yeah, I think I heard it's going to be on VOD, I think.
And now that I'm looking at this list, there really isn't, other than like Leatherface and The Snowman, maybe Happy Death Day, there really isn't other horror movies coming out, except on the last week of October. I cannot wait for this. This movie, for me, I've been waiting so long for it. On October 27th. That is Thank You for Your Service. And I cannot wait for this war movie with Miles Teller. I think it looks so...
Miles Teller with the eyelashes? I just saw that trailer. I was like, what the fuck is with Miles Teller?
Let's not even joke around. Let's just talk about it. Jigsaw's coming out. I am so excited. So excited. Did you see that? Oh yeah, I guess you did see the poster that came out. That poster was so cool. With John Kramer with the face is Billy. Oh. Yeah,
I have
Jigsaw.
a theory. I just think of it in the bus.
Okay.
Remember that the doctor was the only one alive in 7 that
Yeah.
he killed the apprentice?
Yeah, Carrie Ewins, Princess Bride.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I don't remember this thing from the first one. He wanted to protect his wife and his son, right? Or was a daughter? That's the thing I don't remember.
Shoot, it's
It
been a
was a
long one.
son, right?
I think that sounds right. I think
What
it's a
if,
son.
because talking about Saw 8 is like 10 years between 7 and 8. And also talking about between 1 and 7, what if his
Yeah.
son is the one cosplaying as Jigsaw?
Wow, that would be awesome. I'm looking up to see if I can find if it is his son or not. Let's see.
I think it was a boy. Because I remember the bad guy from Lost, Ben,
Yeah.
he wanted to kill the wife. And I'm sure that I see a boy.
Actually, aren't there two people from Lost in Saw? Isn't it?
Who's the other one?
It's so you have Ben, and then this guy. He was also in X-Men 3. Miles. This guy.
Oh, that guy. That's true.
Yeah. I was seeing that. But yeah, I'm excited for Jigsaw. I saw the trailer. It looks. I'm excited that it is set 10 years after. I think that was really smart of them. But
years have been since 7? Like
Saw,
6, 7 years, right?
7. Well, the first one came out in 2004. Let's see when.
7, I remember because I was with my first ex-girlfriend. I think it was 2011. Our first day in a movie theater was I took her to see Saw 7.
The final. And you said you guys are exes now?
Yeah, we're not exes. No, but we're still great friends. But I will never forget. I told her, "Can we go to the movie theater?" I was like, "Why? I have waited so long because it's the final Saw movie, and I love them so much."
The final chapter came out in 2010.
Oh, I thought it was 2011. Oh, yeah, that's true. It's 2010. Yeah, that's true.
October 2010, so late October.
So it has been 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow. It has been that long. Wow, I was almost 500. Like I was 500 pounds 7 years ago.
I was like. I was really young 7 years ago. I didn't even probably see Saw 7 years ago.
Yeah, you were like 10, right? 10, 11?
Oh, 12. Yeah, I was pretty young. But no, so Jigsaw comes out. Honestly, the only other movie that comes out in the only two other movies that week that I would recommend, well, go see Jigsaw. That's the only movie you should see in theaters that week. Really, go see that 5 times. But the only other two movies is Suburbicon, which is that Matt Damon and George Clooney movie.
Oh, that movie looks excited for. That movie looks so weird.
It is
because I don't trust the Coens anymore because they haven't done a lot of great movies lately.
I loved the last one.
The Hollywood one.
Yeah, I don't have. I used to have I saw an advanced screening of it when it came out, but I thought Hail Caesar was I liked it a lot, but I don't know. Suburbicon, is this? I might have. Is George Clooney not attached to it then, or am I?
No, George Clooney directed it.
Oh yeah, he directed it. Oh, and it's written by the Coens. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious because I don't mind George Clooney's directing. I know he's only done a couple things so far, but yeah, I think Matt Damon will be fine. But the only other movie that people have to run out to see that week, and it's limited, is The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Ooh. Which is the next movie from the gentleman who did The Lobster last year.
Oh. Lobster? Yeah, I saw The Lobster. I need to see it again because the first time I saw it was in a really crappy TV with very low volume, and I had it on the max. So I was, even though I didn't hear a lot of the dialogue, I need to see it again. But for me, it was okay. The Lobster
Yeah,
was a
I
really
thought.
dark movie.
Oh, super dark. The Lobster is such a weird movie, and I think like the only thing that I've read about the killing of the sacred deer is, so it stars Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, Alicia Silverstone.
Oh, I saw the trailer. I remember I saw the trailer for that one like a week
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. I
I
never saw
just
the
remember.
trailer, but all I know is like it's like a young man needs to take revenge, and there's a doctor and like his
Yes,
family or something.
I just remember that trailer. When you said the cast, I was like, I saw this trailer.
Yeah, hopefully it's excuse you. Hopefully it's good. I think
No.
it was. I think it premiered at Fantastic Fest.
Yeah, because Charlie Feldman from Screen Junkies was Instagram and she saw it like 3 days ago in Fantastic Fest.
Yeah, so that's the only limited movie. That's all in October, and then you have Amityville: The Awakening coming out on the 28th, which that's been sitting on the shelf for like 2 years. The
I
Bella
heard
Thorne.
that Google is gonna play for free for
Yeah,
like a weekend, and so I
which
was like,
is
thank you.
yeah, right. Thank you, because I'm not paying for it. But it's weird that this movie took so long to come out. Because I remember when it was supposed to come out in January of this year, and then it got
Mhm.
delayed. So it's probably really bad.
Yeah,
But that's
and
it.
I'm gonna see it just because of Bella Thorne. I like that girl.
I love Bella Thorne. Yeah, I mean, I don't really follow her on social media because apparently she's, she's
Oh,
like,
yeah, she's weird. I follow her on Snapchat like
yeah,
on May,
I heard,
and I was
yeah,
like, oh my
I heard
god,
she's whatever.
she's like a random California bitch. Technically, she's very like weird.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, this is not the girl that I see in movies. I was
On
like,
Shake It Up,
unfollow.
right? Is that where she Shake It Up was the first thing I remember seeing her on? I
Yep.
think.
No, like the first time I saw her was in the what was the name of that movie? The Duff.
Oh, The Duff. I remember that movie.
I really
That
like
was
that movie.
2014, right? I think.
Yeah, very underrated. A lot of and not a lot of people saw it.
2015.
Yeah,
Yeah. So if you had to pick one movie all of October, is it Jigsaw?
of course.
Of course, yeah. I think for me, my top five would be Jigsaw. I want to see throw in Blade Runner, The Snowman. Oh, my fifth has to be Happy Death Day, I think.
I have the same picks.
Oh, wait, no. I'm going to remove actually Happy Death Day and put in, even though I probably won't see it in October, I want to see that Brawl in Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn.
Well, I will have the same, but I happy that they and I'm gonna add the deer movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Yeah, that one too. So there's a couple good ones coming out in October.
Yeah, and so no, like Jigsaw, I have waited so long.
Jigsaw, yeah.
And
I
when I just saw on Twitter it's gonna be an IMAX. Movie Pass doesn't cover
I'm
IMAX. I was like, I'm gonna
I'm
pay the stupid full ticket for seeing an
I'm
IMAX.
so mad. In my city, they did not premiere it on IMAX. And when I found out about that when it was being premiered on IMAX, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I only got to see it on like an equivalent of IMAX, not on legit IMAX. So I hope Jigsaw comes out on IMAX. I'll be very upset if it doesn't around here.
Now, thinking about how Jigsaw is, that would be so fun, even though it's really expensive here, like the 4DX.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, magic.
That would be so much fun.
Get the moving seats for when Jigsaw's killing people.
That would be so. That would be
That would be
like
awesome.
to feel the things on your back, like
Oh,
yeah.
that would be really cool. Yeah. No, I think.
And like when they splashes blood, you can feel like the water.
See, we don't have that. The only thing I have here is the seats that move and they vibrate. That's all we have.
Ah, the
So
T-Box thing.
yeah, D-Box. Yeah. So you guys actually have stuff that spits at you?
Yeah,
That's a thing?
it gives you wind. There's like lightning storm things. I have experienced this in Mexico. Mexico was the first one, the first country to have it
What movie?
5 years ago. Oh, the first one was Prometheus. I saw Prometheus in that way.
And how was that? Is it
Um,
like worth it?
yes.
Wow.
And I saw Prometheus. I saw many, but this year I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in 4DX in Mexico. There was another one that I saw. Oh, I saw Doctor Strange last year.
Oh,
It
I
was
need to
so
go
much fun.
when I come down to LA. I'll have to try it out then because that sounds. I did it in Disneyland when I was there because they have the
The
Honey I
Honey I
Shrunk
Shrunk
the
the
Kids.
Kids.
Yeah, yeah, which was awesome.
Yeah, but here is very expensive. Even though I haven't tried the one here, I heard it's almost $30. And in Mexico, it costs you $8 to go to the 4DX.
I think I'm gonna move to Mexico.
Yeah, even though
Yes.
I want to, I was like, the only thing that will bring me back to Mexico is because the theaters are so
So
cheap.
cheap. Yeah, yeah. Because here I think Kingsman was $20 a ticket.
Oh my god.
16, 16, 8, something like that.
Yeah, but now sorry to bring Movie Pass again, but with Movie Pass,
Movie Pass, please sponsor us. Please, we're begging you now.
yes,
Please.
that's true. Movie Pass hasn't even sponsored a lot of things. Talking about that,
No.
we need to get a sponsorship. I imagine get Movie Pass with the code the Monday show.
Okay, people can go try that and see if it works. But yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, no, so that's October. I'll quickly go through some of the horror movies I'm going to watch in October here quick.
Okay,
'Cause I'm a geek, so I make a schedule for all my movies, like an actual calendar of everything I see.
that's cool.
So, yeah. Oh, the only other movie that we forgot to mention was Cult of Chucky comes out, the new Chucky movie, which also looks awesome.
I haven't even seen the last one. I need to see
Watch it.
it.
Yeah, it's fun. The first Child's Play is like, I think it's really, really good. Like, it's a good horror movie. Then all the sequels become like Final Destination, like Saw, like they become silly and fun. But yeah, so the only movies I have on here, so the Reanimator I want to see. I
Oh, I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen that one.
that. Videodrome is another one I really want to see.
Oh, I haven't seen that one also.
From Beyond is another one. Red Christmas is another 80s horror I want to see. Night of the Comet. I also, and then at the end of my thing, I put The Shining, They Live, which I've seen those, The Fly. And looking at my list here too, I don't know if you've seen this, but have you ever seen Creep?
No.
Okay, so Creep is a found footage movie that came out by one of the, I don't want to mix up his brother and him. Mark Duplass is in it.
Okay.
Who is with the Duplass brothers. They do a lot of independent movies. But pretty much, let me picture this movie really quick. Creep is when a a director goes on Craigslist and sees that someone wants a documentary to be filmed.
Okay.
So he says, okay, I'm going to come see you. He lives in a small mountain village kind of thing. And he just goes there to try to film this guy's documentary. The movie's about, I think, an hour and 17 minutes. So it's not long. And it's found footage. And it's him direct. Like, there's only two people in the entire movie. The director and the guy and the Mark Duplass. Anyway, it's a horror movie about kind of a serial killer. And it's fantastic. And the sequel comes out on the 24th this of October. That's another one you got to see before the sequel comes out. But it's called Creep, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah, all of the movies that you just said, except The Shining and The Fly, I haven't seen all of those movies.
Oh, okay. You've never seen They Live?
No, I haven't even seen that one also.
I'm excited for you to see that then. They Live is Roddy Piper's in it, the late great. He's fantastic. And John Carpenter, so you can never go wrong.
When you said From Beyond, is that the one from Dario D'Argento?
I just want to double check. It came out in 1986. Stuart Gordon. It's about a group of scientists have developed the resonator. It's a machine that allows whoever within its range to be pretty much to see beyond reality. But then the experiment goes wrong, and they're attacked by life forms.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
But it came out in '86, so it's like directly in almost near the end of the '80s horror. So that's why I want to see it, because it's any '80s horror movie I love.
Yeah, because talking about Dario Argento, he did Suspiria, and I know he did another movie called like The Beyond.
Yes, yeah.
And my
Yeah.
mother has told me that's the most scariest movie that she has seen all of her life. Because she always has said, because in Spanish she was called The Seven Days of Hell.
Wow.
She always has said that's the most scariest movie I have seen. I remember when I was there, I was like, I'm never gonna try to find that movie for you to see it. And I remember like 2 years ago, I find like a trailer for it, and I was like, and I showed it to my mom. Is this movie? I was like, yeah, that's the movie. I was like, and she told me maybe it was scarier for me because I saw it in the theaters, but she
Sorry,
that was admitted that
what did you say it was called?
The Beyond, I think, it's from Dario De Argento. The Beyond, it's the same director of Suspiria. That's the thing that I know.
I don't see a Beyond. Let's see. Hmm. That sounds super familiar though. I think I've seen it. I just don't
Yeah, it's
remember.
about a girl that she inherits like a hotel in New Orleans or Louisiana, and then a lot of people start to die, and she finds out that the hotel is underneath a gate of hell.
That is awesome. I don't know if I've seen that, but that sounds good. Let's see.
No, it's not from Dario De Argento. I
Oh, okay.
know there is an Italian director, and I have it on my playlist on my YouTube, but it's gonna take me time to find it.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Oh,
I'll get you to send it to me after because that sounds
oh,
awesome.
I have it. The
Oh, okay.
Beyond, 1981, is directed by Lucio Fulci.
A young woman inherits an old hotel. Following a series of supernatural accidents, she learns that the building was built over one of the entrances of hell. That sounds awesome. I'm
And I
gonna put
was
it on
like,
my watch list.
I'm gonna put it on my watch list because I always wanted to see it.
I hope I get scared.
And I only saw I saw the trailer and the final scene. I was like, oh, now I get why my mom was scared. Because even though it needs like more special effects, but that scene was pretty realistic. Talking about hell.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard of it, so I'm gonna watch it because that looks awesome. And the director, I'm gonna rate his name Lucio Fulci. Full
Yeah,
something.
Lucio Fulci sounds more better like with a Spanish accent because Spanish and Italian are so familiar.
But yeah, I'm gonna watch it. That was awesome. But why don't we jump into the last segment here, which is what movies are coming out next week, and our box office predictions for those movies. I was looking at it. There's only really 4 major releases, I'd say, next week. You have American Made, which is the Tom Cruise movie with Doug Liman, which looks pretty fun. Flatliners, which I'm curious about.
Um,
Um,
I have a feeling that's gonna be crap. Thank
I
you,
think
Movie
it's going to
Pass.
be. You're going to keep rubbing it in my face. I hate it.
Yeah, and also because I'm gonna support my boy from Mexico, Diego Luna,
Yes, yeah,
because he's in
Diego
it.
for sure. Yeah. So yeah, you have that one, which yeah, I think it's not going to be super good, but hopefully it's just passable at least. Then you have Lucky, which I don't want to get it wrong, but that's the new movie with Harry Dean Stanton, who just passed away.
Hmm, I don't know
And
about that one.
Harry Dean Stanton, who played Brett in Alien, the original Alien, he just passed away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and David Lynch actually is in. He acts in it as well. But that movie comes out, and then the one I'm most excited for that I'm going to be watching, which actually comes out on Tuesday, or I guess tomorrow when you're watching this, is Jeepers Creepers 3 comes out on VOD, I believe. So I'm going to probably steal it online to watch it because I'm not going to support or pay for it.
Yeah,
But
but also I need to see the first two, so I'm not
yeah,
gonna see them in the theater.
yeah, that's the only other one that I'm really looking forward to next week. But out of those, I guess I won't count Jeepers Creepers 3 because I'm sure it's not going to be a wide release. But out of American Made and Flatliners, I guess, what do you think what are you looking forward to, and what do you think the box office is going to look like?
And I'm a little sad because talking about predictions of last week, I was so far off. I
Yeah,
thought that Kingsman was gonna do like a 50 million, only did like a 40.
that's true too. Yeah, because I should have wrote down what we said, but Kingsman I think what made 40 something.
Yeah, I said like 50 for Kingsman. I think I said like 30 for it, and
Did
like 30 also for Lego Ninjago. And Lego Ninjago, I heard that it really didn't have a lot of money. Didn't make a lot of money.
quickly pulling it up here. So Kingsman at 39, It at 30, Lego
Oh,
Ninjago at 21.
I predicted it with 30.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it was 30. Yeah. And then Lego Ninjago actually did 21 million. American
Ooh.
Assassin did 6. And then Home Again, which what's Home Again?
Oh,
Oh, it's
Nazi
that
Man.
Reese Witherspoon movie.
Hey, I
And that
like her.
she's great. Yeah, that did $3 million.
Mhm.
Oh, and then Mother did 3 million. That came 6. But yeah, I think it has to be American made. Hey, that does.
Yeah, I think the American Made is gonna do like 20, 25.
Yeah,
And the second place, I think the
I don't.
Flatliners. I think that a lot of stupid young teenagers are gonna see it that haven't seen the original. I have a feeling that a lot of people are gonna see it because of that.
Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction here. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna predict that it's gonna it. I think it is gonna be number one. I think because look, if you look at the movies, I don't really think
You think that
American
because of
made.
do you think because of the Mummy, a lot of people are gonna hate Tom Cruise?
I think
That's
so.
a
I
good
don't think
prediction.
and not only that, but when the Mummy was coming out, I did a social experiment just by myself because I was curious. All my coworkers and anyone that I saw kind of on the train or if I saw someone, I asked. I said, "Are you looking forward to the Mummy? And do you like Tom Cruise?" 90% of the people I asked, and just random people and my coworkers, all that, people don't like Tom Cruise apparently. I guess they don't like his whole Scientology thing, and they don't like his whatever it is. I think American Made won't make that much. Now that I'm thinking about it, Flatliners is another horror reboot. I'm sure it will make something around 15 million, maybe
Mhm.
something nice. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it does like if it does 30 million. If it made 25, give Kingsman. I don't think it will drop too much. Give it like maybe 17 million. I think it's going to be pretty small next week. That's just my prediction, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But
Oh, that's true. I forgot about Kingsman. That so I think that number
but I
one,
think
number one is
but I
gonna
think
be Kingsman.
I
Yeah,
think the 51% on Rotten Tomatoes is going to hurt that though. I don't think as many people are going to go see it now that it isn't getting the best reviews.
I have a feeling because there has been a lot of screenings for American Made.
Have there been?
Yeah, and so I haven't even went to because when you get to like a screening, you have to respond the email so quickly.
Yeah. Oh, it's true because if you don't get your tickets right away, they just get it to the next person.
And so I was like, oh, and I was like, okay, I already missed like 6 screenings on American Made, and so I was like, even though I haven't seen a lot of TV spots for it, it looks kind of fun. And so I still think like number one is gonna be Kingsman with like 20 million, 25.
Okay.
American Made is gonna do like 20. Flatline is gonna do like 15. And Ed, I think Ed is gonna do also like 15. It's gonna be like three-way tie.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I'm curious to see what happens because yeah, I don't think Lucky or Jeepers Creepers 3 will probably do any damage. I don't think they'll
Um,
probably make any, if any.
the only plot hole in our predictions is that no one sees Flatliners.
Yeah, agreed. I'm very curious to see if people do. Is Flatliners even a huge like? Is it like a cult horror film?
No,
I
I saw when I was little, and I remember so much about that movie. But when I saw they're gonna do a remake, I was like, maybe they go like in an interesting place, but it looks like a whole exact remake. I was like,
Also, just because I brought up what else was coming out on the 29th, and at the very, very bottom, before we forget, on Netflix, Gerald's Game comes out.
ooh, the new Stephen King one.
Well, yeah, but it's Mike Flanagan who directed it. He's done Before I Wake. He did the last Ouija movie. He did Oculus. He did Hush. And that's just another cool indie Netflix horror kind of movie that I wanted to let people know about. I don't know what it's about or who it stars. Let's see.
I don't even know what Jerusalem is. I know that it's from Stephen King.
So the quick tagline is, while trying to spice up her marriage in a remote lake house, a woman must suddenly fight to survive when she's left handcuffed to a bed. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
And it stars Carla. I can't say her last name.
No, Nino or something like that.
Yeah, the girl that was in San Andreas.
Yes.
She's one of the main characters, and it looks like Bruce Greenwood is also in it.
Oh, talking about nice girls, you didn't tell me that Alexandra Daddario was in True Detective and she showed her.
I didn't want to tell you. I'm glad you mentioned it because I almost forgot. There was a reason I didn't tell you because I knew that was going to be a great surprise.
And I was like, hello.
Yeah. She's an angel. Alexandra Daddario.
And I'm watching here, like, there is a house with a lot of guests. And so when that thing happened, I was like, I tried to hide my laptop. I was like, okay.
Yeah, slowly walks into the bathroom.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's probably episode 2 of the Monday show. I would say out of all of those movies, go see American Made, because I think it's going to be probably the best out of them all. Mm-hmm. Or if you can see Lucky, because Harry Dean Stanton is fantastic. He was one of the greats. So, yeah. And Jeepers Creepers 3. See that. And see Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 because they're great.
So this was a great discussion. Also, we made it 2 hours, almost 5 minutes.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. That is less than our last episode. So next one we'll do an hour. So we'll start 3, 2, 1. We'll slowly get to the length. We'll condense it down a little bit. But yeah, anyway, thank you everyone for joining us on the Monday show. I am your host, Troy Loxton. You can find me on Twitter at Troy Loxton. My co-host, Raul Rodriguez, you can find him, on his thing at Raul, VADERRDZ, I believe. Is that it?
Raul Vader RDC.
Is that what it is? I didn't even realize it.
Vader.
All right, I'm dumb.
No, you're not dumb. Thank you so much for tuning in, and also I cannot believe we did a second episode, and also the world didn't end yesterday. There was like a prediction.
I know, I saw that. It was unfortunate. I mean, technically, you could say the world did end with the election, but we'll end it there. Anyway, thank you everyone, and have a good night.